morning, Off the Gridders. Brian calling with another episode of Off the Grid, daily motivational and technical training for off the grid living. Welcome. Today I'm going to talk about backpacking. Why? Why am I talking about backpacking? Because backpacking is a form of minimalist living and is excellent preparation for those who wish to adopt a minimalist lifestyle. Let me explain. A backpacker has to adopt the philosophy that if I don't have it, I don't need it, right? Whatever is in the backpack is all that the backpacker needs, right? With that philosophy, the backpacker can survive indefinitely, right? Some backpackers backpack for several months of the year, and they do it continuously. Some of them on continuous journeys, like the PCT hikers hiking from Mexico to Canada, or the Appalachian Trail hikers, the AT hikers doing the long distance trail on the eastern coast, right? So you've got these very expert wilderness travelers out there who have accumulated an enormous amount of skill and data about living in the wilderness, and they've shared it. There have been numerous books written on backpacking, some written on minimalist backpacking. One great one that I will go ahead and plug is the Pacific Crest Trail Hiker's Handbook, written by Ray Yardeen, spelled with a J. This book was written about 20 years ago and is the quintessential source for lightweight backpacking. It offers hints on how to survive with very little, with a very small backpack, with just the basic minimalist supplies, thereby for the backpacker keeping it really light, but for the minimalist, allowing the minimalist to explore minimalist living. Now, we're advocating it here at Online Land Sales, we're advocating backpacking as training for minimalist living. I mean, if you spend one night out in the woods with your backpack, especially if you haven't done a lot of it before, you're going to be a lot more prepared for your first week in your nature cabin if you've never done that before, right? Backpacking causes you to really rely on yourself. Try it. If you haven't tried it, go out for a night, go out for a weekend, learn the skills necessary, and when you come back, you are going to have such amazing data about how to survive, right? It's that trial and error. Sure, you're going to read about backpacking. You probably know a lot about backpacking. You may be an Eagle Scout for all I know. There's always more to know. And when you get back from each trip, right, you have this incredible learning experience, right? Oh, I should have done this, I could have done that, blah, 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 blah. And you can refine a system for backpacking that will keep you alive and happy, right, with the foods you like and the comfort level that you like. And this is excellent training for minimalist living. So there's today's bit of advice. For those of you who are in the process of moving off the grid, especially for those of you who are looking to move into a very rural, off-the-grid setting with very few amenities, backpacking can be a nice stepping stone towards that lifestyle. It's temporary. You can do it for a few weeks at a time, days at a time, even just hours at a time, and not spend the night and come back. You get to learn about shelter, right? Clothing, warmth, rain, sun, insects, right? The bigger wildlife, bear, right? Deer. You're going to learn about the dangerous vegetation, right? The thorns, the poison vegetation. The list goes on and on. Water purification, water sources, right? Staying warm, staying dry, right? Transportation. There are just so many subjects that you will dive into as a backpacker. We could talk for days, literally. The skills that will come out of your backpacking experiences will be invaluable for you as an off-the-gridder and as a minimalist liver. All right, you guys, have a great kick-butt day out there off the grid. Hope you improve your land or improve your knowledge about off-the-grid living, or both. Come back and visit us at Off the Grid for more daily motivation. Once again, this is Brian at Online Land Sales.